Welcome to English Yogi, a YouTube channel completely dedicated to the students and learners of English language. In the present video, we will discuss some of the basic rules of using forms of to be. And if you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe the channel. So in the present video, we will try to learn some of the basic rules of using to be's form. We all know that to be's form are divided into three major category. One is in the present, and those are am is are. In the past, to be's forms are was and were, and in the future, to be's form are shall be and will be. So we will try to discuss some of the basic rules regarding all these to be's form. So moving ahead, we know that the one of the basic rule, we can say the base rule is that singular subject with is and was. So this is the basic rule. With the singular subject, we have to take to be's form in the past or in the, we can say, in the present, and that should be the singular one. So what is the singular subject and singular noun? As we can see, he, she, it, these all we can say the nouns are singular one. So with these all types of singular noun, we have to use is or was as per the tense. So first example you can see here, he is a teacher. So that he is noun and that is the singular noun, and with that singular noun we have used to be form of present, that is. So is also we can say singular word. And moving ahead, the second example is he was a teacher. Now he is a singular, and was is also a singular form of to be in the past. So, what is the basic rule? With the singular subject, we have to use the singular, particularly is and was. So, this is the basic rule. So, the second rule of using this to be form is plural subject with are and where. So, example, what are the examples of plural forms of the subject? Those are we, they, and you. So, these are the plural subject. We can say plural noun. And what is the rule? Rule is that with the plural subject, we should use the plural to be form. And what are the plural to be form? They are first one are in the present and were in the past. So, example is there, they are my friends. So they is what here in the sentence is a plural subject, and with the plural subject are is used. And what is are? So are is to be form in the present, and are is what? Plural. So what rule we can tally here? Plural subject with are and were. Next example is we are not friends. Here we is also having that plural, and with we have used are, and are is also the, we can say, the plural to be form in the present. Similarly, they were my classmates. So this example was having plural subject with plural to be form of the past. So what is the to be form of, we can say in the sentence where, and that is from the past, and where is a plural form of to be. Second example is we were teachers. So these are also the examples from particularly plural subject and plural noun. So what is the basic rule again? The second basic rule, with the plural subject, what are the plural subject? We, they, you. So these are the plural subject, or we can say plural noun are there. With these all plural subject and noun, we have to use are and where according to tense. So this is also the rule. So subject plus to be in the present tense, what are the formulas or what are the rules we will discuss in this. So in the present, if the subject is singular, we have to use the singular to be form. For example, he, she, it, these are the singular, so we can say the subject, and with this we will use is. And we already discussed previously, is singular to be form in the present. Similarly, on the other hand, we can see with the plural subject, we have to use plural to be form. And what are the plural subject? We, they, and you. So these are the plural subject, and with this we can say we have to use plural to be form of the present, and that to be form of present is are. And we have also discussed one basic exception with this rule is that with I we have to use am. So this is also one of the rule. Next rule regarding using the to be form is about in the past actually. So in the past, if the subject is singular, so we have to use the singular form of to be. And what is the singular form of to be in the past? That is was. So In the first example, we can see with he, we have to use was in the past. So he is a singular subject and was is a singular to be form in the past. Similarly, she is a singular subject and we have used here was, and was is a singular to be form. Similarly, it is there, it is also a singular subject, and with that singular subject we have to use singular to be form, and that is singular to be form is here in the sentence was. Similarly, on the other hand, if the subject is plural, we have to use to be form into plural form. For example, we were, they were, and you were. So we, they, and you are plural, and that's why we have used here plural to be form in the past. And with I, we should know that with I we have to use was. Next rule about using to be form in the future. So we have to repeat the same rule. Singular subject with we have to use will be, he will be, she will be, and it will be. And if the subject is plural, on that time we have to use some of the rules are there. They will be, you will be, and here we have to remember we shall be and I shall be. We write shall after I or we, but if we will write down with we will and with I will, so these sentences will not be wrong. But for more perfection, we can write shall after I or we. Some of the short forms of these all to be form we have to discuss in this. These are called contractions of the words. For example, I am, so it is what it converts into I am in short form. You are, so you can see you are. He is, he is written there. She is, it is, we are, you are, and they are. So these are the short forms of all these to be form, and we have to write down. If you want to write down, so you can write down in this way. Then later on, how we will use to be in negative sentences. For example, he is not 20 years old. So to be form is there. After the subject, we have used to be form, and after that to be form, we will use negative word that is not in the first sentence. What is the second sentence? Second sentence is she is not stupid. So she is here singular subject, and is a single. We can say the singular in the present, and after that we have used not. Similarly, it is not easy. Then later on, we are not stupid, they are not single, you are not a teacher, I am not a doctor. So these are the sentences, these are the negative sentences, and we have used to be in the sentences, and after that we have used negative word not. So this is the structure. And what is the structure of negative sentences with to be? That is subject, then to be's form according to the grammar, according to tense, and after that we will use not, and the remaining we can say the sentence. So this is the structure of negative sentence. In negative sentences also, there are certain negative contractions, and those are, for example, in the first sentence we can see he is not 20 years old. So it can be written like this: he isn't 20 years old. The second example is she is not stupid. So it can be written as she isn't stupid. Similarly, the third example is it is not easy. So we can speak like this: it isn't easy. So like this, these are the examples. These are the short forms of negative sentences with to be. Then how we can write down to be is in the question. So the answer of this question is that we write down to be's form before the subject in the question. For example, in affirmative sentences, you can see the one example is there: you are a teacher. So this is the affirmative sentence, and what is the structure of that affirmative sentence? Subject is there you, and verb is there are. It is to be's form are. So if you want to convert that affirmative sentence into question with to be's form, so it becomes are you a teacher? And what is at the beginning of the sentence? Verb and the subject. Some of the examples we can study: is he a student in this college? So this is what the question with to be's form. Is she stupid? So this is also the second example. Is it easy? Are they single? So all these examples are in question form with to be. And what is the structure? Structure is, at the first we will use verb means to be form according to sentence, according to tense, and then later on we will use subject in the sentence. The next rule about using to be form is that in the sentence when we use to be form as a main verb, so that is what having the independent meaning. For example, on the first part we can see he is a student. So in that sentence is having a main verb, he is having the main verb. In the second sentence she is not stupid, so is in the sentence is a main verb. Similarly in the third and fourth, the main verb are is in the first and are is the next one. So they are students, so are is here also main verb. On the contrary, if the to be form are being used in the sentence as a helping verb, so it is what helping verb. For example, he is crying. So after is means after to be form, if there is the form of main verb, on that time that to be form are performing as a helping verb. So this is the basic difference that we have to understand through this one. And if you like this type of video, so please like and subscribe this, and subscribe the channel English Yogi. Thank you to